Right now, I'm joined by Lucy Douglas from New Beginnings Wellness Center and Spa in Ruston. Lucy, thank you for being here today.
Good morning, thank you.
Good morning. Last week we talked about sugar, and I understand you have more to tell us about sugar this week.
Yes, we could talk about it for a really long time. As I mentioned to you that, people think they understand where sugar is coming from, the things that they eat and where sugar is to be found. And we kind of started touching on a few things last week, but there's sugar in places that people, I don't think, realize. Because I've had educated, even nurse people tell me, Lucy, sugar's really not my problem, but I really just love bread.
Oh.
Like, sorry.
That's what it turns into when it hits your stomach, basically.
You're exactly right. We can argue about that all day long and about the whole grain conversation. I'm sorry. Get the granulated bag like I brought with me last week. Get that out of your pantry and just eat out of it. I really do a lot of nutritional counseling in my work, because I feel like when we start talking about wellness and being healthy, the two must go together. People need to know what the foods are that they need to be eating. And so sugar is found in all of those grain products. Bread, crackers, rice, pasta, and choosing the whole wheat products over white rice or white pasta is not really any different. They're still very high on the glycemic index. They're going to raise blood sugar, they're going to raise your insulin levels, and they're going to impede your weight loss and your health efforts, because there's a lot of science involved in that, and we can talk about it another time as far as the insulin level and what the role of insulin is in the body and being a fat storing hormone. Right. And keeping insulin levels up all day long by our choices, sugar in our coffee in the morning, or even aspartame or NutraSweet or some of those other artificial sweeteners. Those are going to have an impact on blood sugar. The pancreas is going to recognize that as sugar. And I want to tell you something. I had a patient come in, it's been a couple months ago, and he looked not like he didn't feel well. And it was someone that was very well known to me. And I said, "You don't look like you feel well. Tell me what's wrong." And he said, "My blood sugar was 176 this morning."
Oh,
now I know this guy eats right and he exercises like a crazy person, and his blood sugars had been fantastic. And I said, "What are you doing differently?" You know what it was? Propel water.
Oh, which is advertised as a healthy sports drink.
Sucralose. It has Splenda in it. It had run that man's blood sugar up to 176.
Oh my
gosh. So if it's doing that to
125 is diabetes, right?
Correct.
So that's 50 points higher than diabetes. That's incredible. Wow.
Yes. So those are not free things. And I don't think people understand. They're marketed as 0 calorie. And that's like another whole 6 months discussion on the whole calorie theory, if you will, on how to maintain a healthy weight and how to be healthy. But those things are not free. The pancreas still is going to have a response. There's going to be an insulin response when you drink those drinks with artificial sweeteners. If you are a diabetic, I encourage you to, if you've been using those products, to check your blood sugar so that you know what your body's individual response is to that product.
I see.
But yes, the grains, and if you are saying, you know what, I want to do better, I want to begin to make healthier choices, then I would say drink water, eliminate any non-caloric supposedly beverage from your repertoire, and then begin to remove some of those packaged processed foods from your daily intake, the bread, the rice, the cookies, those types of things.
If somebody likes to eat bread, a lot of us like to eat bread. Hey, I like to eat my bread sometimes. What's something good that you can throw in there as a substitute? Something that'll make it not quite so severe if you just take it all away all at once?
That's a really good question. If you'll go to my Facebook page, I'll repost a recipe. Actually, I just made them last night. They're grain-free buns. And you can actually make it in a loaf. I just happen to make mine in little bun shapes. Simple recipe, completely grain-free, tastes like bread, easy to do. You can whip it up, stick it in the fridge, and eat on it all week. And that gives you that bread product that you're used to and that you like. I actually put these, wrap them in paper towel, put them in my purse if I'm going to a restaurant and I feel like I just.
Oh, if they give you rolls, you just you
Yeah,
eat that
excuse me,
instead
I
of the
brought my
roll.
own. Yeah.
Okay.
So go to my
Okay.
Facebook and I'll post that recipe for everybody. And
Okay, great.
give
And
it
if
a
they want to
try.
find your Facebook page, how do they do that?
It's
Just a
New
reminder.
Beginnings Wellness Center and Spa.
Right, okay.
Yes. So look us up.
Okay, great. Well, Lucy Douglas, thank you so much for being here today.